Today I'm going to address my Samsung 970 EVO SSD heating issue. During gaming it reaches a temperature of about 65 degrees Celsius, which in my opinion is excessive. To combat this, I am installing a beefy NVMe heatsink and a top exhaust fan in order to 1. Create negative pressure inside my PC, which should help with overall cooling, as heat will be actively pulled out of the case, preventing the accumulation of hot air, and 2. Help my CPU cooler chill, since my only NVMe slot is located quite suboptimal. It's wedged between the GPU and the CPU, and the drive gets really hot because of that. I am also going to try out a life hack of applying 0.5mm thermal pad on one side of the SSD and 1mm pad on the other. I've already added a 140mm fan as a top exhaust. Now I will install a Zero M15 from ID Cooling, a chunky NVMe SSD heatsink with a copper heat pipe. Now it's time for benchmarking. I will play a fairly demanding game installed on my NVMe drive, Battlefield 2042. Firstly, let's see how the heatsink holds up by itself, without the additional exhaust fan. An hour of gaming later, the temperature is 61 degrees Celsius compared to 65 degrees without the heatsink. A 4-degree improvement. Now, let's plug in the additional exhaust fan and play for another hour. The temperature drops to 56 degrees. A much better result. I wonder, however, would I be able to achieve an even better outcome, testing the life hack of applying a thicker thermal pad on the thinner SSD part and a thinner pad on the thicker part from that Electronics and Computers YouTube guide. So now I have to unplug my computer again, uninstall the SSD again, apply thermal pads in a slightly different manner, then install the SSD back again, then plug all the cables and cords to my computer again, and we are good to go. After another BF2042 session, let's check the drive's temperature. And it's exactly the same as before, without the additional exhaust fan. 62 degrees, a degree higher than in the first test for some reason, and when I plug in the top exhaust fan, the temperature is again 56 degrees. So this life hack didn't really work out for me, I guess. Or maybe I messed up somehow. To sum up, what have I achieved? A 9-degree improvement with heatsink and an additional exhaust fan combined, and only a 4-degree improvement with heatsink alone, which highlights that airflow is actually important, and only installing a heatsink might not be enough. Unfortunately, I haven't tested what would happen if I only added an exhaust fan without a heatsink, but I think that heatsink helps heat dissipate a lot. That's what they are meant to do after all. And you won't be seeing a substantial decrease in temperatures by only adding a fan improving the airflow.